guys, the one and VocaRose, and today we are back. But today we're going to be doing another VocaRant, and we're not alone for once. Today we brought
the man, the myth, the legend, Rune.
Weird flex, but okay. Anyway, we've come here to talk about the game we love the most, the game we talk about the most. We may
the
not
dread in some areas the most.
Yep. And we're not just here to talk about the game. We're here to talk about the company behind the game, but not the company that makes the game. So, sit back, relax, get you a box of candy, water, whatever you do, and let's get into it. Arc Systems, right?
Yeah.
They're not bad people to say, but
they're horrible promoters.
Honestly, this is the first time I've actually seen them promote something, and
it's garbage.
Yeah, to sum it up, it is garbage. And honestly, let's kind of point to the fact that this is the second time, and it may not be for you, Rune, but this is the second time they actually had this issue where, like, at the end of the day, it felt like they clowned the community. And most of you, if you remember, before the game was actually officially announced, there was this countdown. And that countdown actually went from, I believe, 2 days, I don't remember, it was a week. And then when it got to the day, it said watch episode, and that was like a couple of hours. So that was like such a waste of time. And it just kind of, since then, it was like a downward spiral.
Yeah, for that time period, I wasn't really into the whole Kill la Kill thing yet. I was interested in the anime, but I hadn't actually watched it, so I didn't jump into the game. I wasn't sure about the animation of the game or how it was going to work, but I wanted to play the game after watching the anime to know I'd be really invested into all the ins and outs of it all. But this is definitely the first time I've seen them promote stuff, like you said, and it's not good at all. It makes me really pissed that they were the ones that did it. Bandai's kind of bad at this too, but not to this degree.
Right. But, like, as most of you may know, Rune and I, we are tight as hell on Twitter. Like, we go wild. But the thing is, something we've been going wild on lately is Arc Systems tweet about Kill la Kill. And what we would do, we would ask about the pre-order. Because by now, as you know, we're getting to crunch time.
We're 47 days out, and we still have no way of pre-ordering the game on the US PlayStation Store. It's in Saudi Arabia, but it's not in the US.
And I know this different completely. Pokemon does not come out till November. November! It's already in the eShop. And I just consider that ridiculous, because it's like they want our money, but they're not allowing us to give them our money.
Oh, exactly. You and I have brought this up earlier many times. The fact is, we want to throw them our money, and yet we've literally got our money right here in our accounts waiting. And yet we've been waiting here probably, what, you want to say 20 days, maybe 30 days since you and I have talked about this privately?
Yeah, it's been a while. And the thing is, we're not just saying, oh, pre-orders where? Pre-orders when? We've begged, we've constantly done messages. It's not just under one tweet.
Of course.
Rune even added them several times, asking, hey, it's here, it's there, it's on other PlayStation things. Why is it not here in the US? What's going on?
Exactly. And I've even brought up to you how I would say to them, okay, there's plenty of outs they could bring in with this. They could totally say that, oh, the promotion is just poor because, well, Japanese ArcSys has been in charge of everything and we don't really know. But that's what I'm saying. Then it goes into a point about the lack of communication between ArcSys and the community. Like, where's the transparency for telling us where we can get the games? For example, there was a person that was, I think they were a German, and they said that they were trying to purchase the account over for them. And I think they had to buy it in like Austria-Hungary, and even then it's there, but they can't ship it to them because it was it was either the limited edition or it was just that they're not shipping it to Germany. So he could buy it, but they won't be able to ship it to them. They're gonna have to go fly out or drive out to Hungary just to get the game. It's like, where is the transparency to tell us when we can get the game and where we can get the game? And just, you know, we're just looking for answers.
And now it's like they anxiously want us to pre-order it, but as you may remember, and I don't know, most of you should know this too if you have Twitter and you follow Arc, The only thing we have that they show us is Amazon.
Amazon and Best Buy, yep. Which is ridiculous because you were there and you made the tweet about it, so anyone watching this that's from Twitter should know. But you were the one that broke the story about how it's on GameStop now. They did not mention that. It's like, I feel like it's what I was telling you earlier in that they've been promoting this game, and I'll give ArcSys the benefit of the doubt. I will give the US account for ArcSys the benefit of the doubt because the Japanese account's been doing this as well. But the game really just never got the promotion it's deserved up until the last, I want to say, like 3 or 4 months. And that's when they started sending people like Afro to come play it. It's like the game has been getting demos after demos in Japan. And even then, Japan has like barely really mentioned it. But the US version's never mentioned that whatsoever. We had I think the US account had the trailer up, I want to say a week or so out from when Japan had already posted it.
Oh, no, it was a while. It was not just a week. It was a while, I believe.
And it just feels as though they don't really know how they want to promote the game. I mean, who were they thinking was going to break the story about it being available on GameStop? I mean, I was checking that site probably every couple days. I'd go into the store and check those magazines on like the coming soon games, and it was never there. It wouldn't even have the whole Dragon Ball Project Z kind of stuff, which that's a whole different topic, but it wouldn't have that whole, okay, we don't know a release date, so we'll say December 31st. They acted like that game did not exist, and it just feels like, where is their head?
And if I recall, you were the one that told me that it was actually in Walmart, which another place they didn't even bring up to us.
Walmart and Target.
Walmart and Target. And it's like, it's not like we're here sitting and just saying, oh, we don't have our money or something. We literally are asking for them to just take our money.
Literally.
And from what I recall, I used to scroll on Twitter and I always follow ArcSys, so I knew they used to actually comment to people about Kill la Kill, but it would never be anything based on questions. The only time I ever seen them actually respond to something based on the game is if it was like them getting praised or like an IGN article.
Or them mentioning something about a physical release on Amazon. Them saying that they wanted to buy it. Or just them posting memes saying, I want to play or main Mako. It's never been anything in regards to us saying, hey, where's this? Where can we purchase the limited edition, for example? Can we talk about the fact that no one knows where to buy that outside of, I think, Japan? That's like the only place people know.
Speaking of the limited edition, didn't they just say, like, oh, we'll come up with limited edition information soon? And in the same tweet, we asked, pre-order? No.
Oh yeah, digital pre-order? Not a single word. No.
But even now, in defense of the limited edition people, they still haven't heard anything. There's some people that's actually just ordering it off of other stuff now. They giving up on it.
Yeah, like, those people have been on PlayAsia. They gave up. They bit the bullet and said, you know what? I'll wait the extra day or two to know I have a guaranteed purchase. And I can't
feel
blame
bad
them, honestly.
That's just horrible that it has to come to this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just sad that with this much, like, because the real thing behind all of it is it's an unpopular, I guess, anime, if you want to say, like, in comparison to like Shonen Jump having stuff like Jump Force. But this game does have a community. The anime has a community. There's people that are, we were just talking 2 seconds ago about how there's people role playing right now that we saw doing Kill la Kill stuff. So, I mean, it definitely has a player base that wants to know what's up. And we've said in tweets, I know, for example, word for word, I said something about how just I want to know up front as a valued and, you know, potential customer, where can I get this game digitally? I want to get it for the US pre-order on my PlayStation because it's just simpler. I'd like to get the game without having to wait and then wait in line and go all the way down there on July, 25th and wait all night. It's faster to just get a physical copy later and get a digital pre-order now. And it's like, any other game, even a non-mainstream title, like you mentioned Pokemon, which is more of like what would be an anime kind of esque AAA game, so we can even dumb it down to something like, I mean, Death Stranding, who we really don't know anything about for that game. That game even has pre-orders up. Like, it just feels...
That's in November as well.
That's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, we've got a game that is, again, 47 days out. That is the longest I've ever seen a game go without having a pre-order available on the US PlayStation Store. It's ridiculous.
And I can defend it, but like, here's what I'm gonna say. We're not asking or demanding them to give us a pre-order, right? At least tell us that you're not gonna give us something.
We want communication.
Exactly. We're not saying, oh, we're gonna go rampage if you're like, oh, we don't know. We even take, we don't know. We're not even getting a we don't know. We're getting absolutely nothing.
And the problem with that is, if you want to be a good promoter, like even Bandai's had this issue in the past and people have addressed it and they've started to change their ways a little bit. But the thing is, we just need people to really understand you need to be transparent with your audience, because we want this game to thrive. She can agree the same way that I do. We want this game to be able to go up in sales and be able to get the promotion it deserves, whether on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. I mean, there's literally a Kill If News account that follows both of us, directed towards just posting about
follows you.
They post they post tech about, or I think maybe they repost it, but regardless, they post tech on the characters, each individual characters, after people have played the demos and dumbed down what combos and stuff work. I mean, there's a literal community just with hashtags on where you can share tech so that people can search up stuff and say, how do I do this with Satsuki? How do I do this with Nonon, etc. And I just feel like they're just spitting all over those people's stuff when they ignore those tweets where they're saying, hey, where can I get this game? I love this. I'll literally go this again. I'll bring them up. The person who's trying to go to Hungary just to get a game in Germany because they like this game so much, and yet you're gonna go and like the memes where people are just putting a picture of Mako getting hype, or you'll go and just say like, hey, we have a limited edition coming soon. We don't know anything.
Back to what you were saying about Hungary and stuff. Everywhere, like not literally everywhere, but there's so many places that have it in the PlayStation Store. They have it everywhere, but here.
And I feel like we're one of their main consumers, which is why it really just feels like a spit in the face. I've let you know, it feels, to go back to my point about saying it feels like they waited until the last 3 to 4 months promoting it. It's like, I almost feel like the US version of the Twitter said, hey, we forgot about this game, now we're trying to rush everything. So it's like, did you get it on Amazon? Did you get it on Best Buy? And people are like, no. Put it on my PlayStation? Put it on GameStop? Put it on, anything else? And they're like, oh, okay, crap. Okay, let's contact the retailers. We got to get this stuff ready. And now they're just doing it behind the scenes, because if they say, oh, it just got on GameStop, like you kind of gassed them out and exposed them. But let's say you never said that. They would probably try and lie, to be honest. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and hope they wouldn't. But I'd almost be not surprised if they were to say, oh, it's been in GameStop. Shh, man. It's been in GameStop. It's been at Best Buy. It's been at Target. Because, I mean, again, it wasn't at Walmart. You said it was not at Walmart for you, but it's here for me. Like...
And it was like, what, a week ago that it showed up in GameStop?
Probably about...
It couldn't have been longer than, what, a week or two?
Yeah, 5 or 7 days. Not that long.
So, we expected, when it came out in GameStop, we were like, okay, so that's the nitty right there. That's done.
Yeah, so we thought they're making moves. This is when the changes start coming.
Maybe that means, maybe in the morning, because I remember it was about 4 or 5 in the morning, because, Insomniac. So
yeah, we got our broken sleep schedule, but that's how we keep making content for y'all. Y'all aren't complaining.
So we assumed maybe when the PlayStation Store updates, we'll get it. It's been a long time, and we still haven't even heard anything. And now they're talking about they're going to E3, and I don't know which day they're gonna have the demo. Maybe they're gonna be throughout all E3. I don't know. And here's what Rune was talking about earlier. It would kind of look crazy, for one, if they did not say anything at E3 about it, like nothing. So I don't know if any of you guys are actually going, but if you get the opportunity to go, try and ask.
Yeah, go ahead, ask them a question up front. In fact, get it on video if you want. Go ahead, roll up with your phone.
Pre-order digitally, anything. We just need to find out something, because there's so many people that actually want to pre-order the limited edition that still don't have an answer, that want to do it like this way, and there's a lot of people that want to get it digitally. We're not the only ones. We've seen a lot of people actually ask for this.
Exactly. We're just happy we were the ones to be able to kind of pioneer it, because it seemed like no one really had the guts to stand up to ArcSys and say, look, where is it? And also on top of that, I want to bring up, you mentioned D3. Please, somebody really just needs to think about this for a minute. If they try and promote this game at E3, I know that they want to do the demo, but if they try and have like some kind of ArcSys stream, like how Bandai will do that occasionally, and mention how it's available for pre-order on the PlayStation Store in the US, I don't know how to feel about that. Because on one hand, I'm going to think, okay, this is good because it's at least finally here and we're getting some news. But on the other hand, it's going to really feel like a backhand to the fans that have been asking this whole time, and then we get nothing, and then a stream, really? So again, I'm not saying that's set in stone. There's no proof that they're even going to say anything at all about the game aside from it being a demo at the E3 convention. But I just thought I'd bring that up, because if it's there, I really am, I don't know. I'm not going to know how to feel.
And I just want to point this out. We don't hate ArcSys, right? We actually enjoy the game.
I love Dragon Ball FighterZ.
You love Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't know about that one about me, but for someone that actually somewhat enjoys Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Guilty Gear, Blade Blue, I still, I don't want to just pop up and hate a company over something like this. But I feel like they could handle different approaches. They could handle this in different ways rather than just not answer and leave us unknown. And because I mean, this is completely random, but I had a dream the other day, like freaking. I told Rune about it. I was like, I had a dream we were playing Kill la Kill. Pre-ordered it. Then I woke up to disappointment when I went and I checked and there was nothing there. I even got an email from GameStop. Are you still interested in this? I never felt like such a huge middle finger until I got that email. When I say I felt heartbroken, I mean I literally felt heartbroken. Because GameStop actually just promoted it more. GameStop actually just went out of its way to, like, but, and I know a lot of you are probably concerned, like, what if they're doing something else to it? I don't know what else they could do. If they're about to pop us with, oh, they're gonna delay it or something, that'd be horrible. But
that would be.
And I would hope they would actually tell us before this. I would
imagine they pulled My Hero Wants Justice and tried to give us the game like how August versus October. They tried to push it so it's July 26th. They tried to give us the game September 26th.
Right, that'd be horrid. Like I don't know what I'd
do. It'd kill the game. The West would never play the game. That's part of what killed the My Hero game on launch.
Plus they did that and they did it really close to launch, if I recall. Because we were getting closer to the Japanese release or something.
Yeah, because that one was like August 25th. Yeah.
So, at least they could have told us that they were going to delay it or something. Now it's like 47 days. I could sleep that away. Anybody can sleep that away. We're anxiously waiting because we love Kill la Kill and we love this game. It's not like we just... I, for one, I'm not just getting the game because I love Kill la Kill. I've actually looked at gameplay and I didn't look at, everybody because there's some things I want to find out for myself, same as Rune.
Agreed.
But
yeah,
the things I've seen actually pulled me in. It's not like the mistakes I made, which you all know, the mistakes I made with Shinobi Striker. We're not doing that again. I want to make like excessive content for Kill la Kill, and I really want, to raise it up. But I cannot do that. Rune cannot do that. Larger YouTubers cannot do that if we're not getting any information. We're not getting told anything. We're just left all in the dark, and there's literally nothing being told.
And the reason that we're bringing this up is because if we were able to pre-order it on the PlayStation Store, then we wouldn't really care about it. Like she said, we could sleep this away. It wouldn't be an issue. The problem is that we're thinking, oh, okay, it's available. And then it's not. And then we wake up thinking, oh, it's available. We check Twitter, we check PlayStation, we check ArcSys, and it's not. And then we check the community. Has anybody tweeted about something? Did Kill la Kill If News say something? It's not. And it's a real big cycle of depression because you really just want to support the game. We're trying to throw you money, ArcSys. Please understand, if anyone from there somehow finds this video or somebody links it to you guys or whatever, understand again, we'll completely reiterate this point one more time. We're not hating on you guys at all. All we're saying is that you could have done this better, and we would just like you to try and do better from now on because we don't want this game to die. We want to be able to pre-order this game and have this thrive. I mean, you guys clearly want that too. You guys are having it at EVO.
And I'll repeat what I said earlier. If you don't think you can have it as pre-order, if you don't know anything, or if we're just not having a pre-order in general for digital, you could just tell us that. It's not something you need to hide from us and wait until the very last moment. Bandai, it wasn't US, but it was Bandai, I think AU. They actually
the EU.
And they told someone in a tweet that it's just going to be available at launch. It's not going to be no pre-order on the eShop. It's just straight up at launch. I would not mind that because at least I'll know I can just wait until launch. There's nothing I have to wait for. I would love to pre-order it. It would make everything easier and better for me. But if it's not possible and y'all not planning that, that's fine. I'm not bugged by that. I'm more bugged at the fact that we're asking you, hey, is there any digital pre-order? Hey, is there a limited edition? Yes, there's a limited edition. Okay, what about digital pre-order? Cricket. So any more information on the limited edition? Cricket. That's not how you handle it, especially if you're able to tweet about it. You're still tweeting about it even after we're asking the questions. You're looking at it and you're just ignoring it. I don't know if that's because you're saying you don't know. Maybe you're just doing it because I don't know. So what we're saying is you could at least give us something. You could just tweet. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'd literally take that. There's not going to be a pre-order rather than sit here and have to be anxious every day. And yes, I'd be anxious because I really love this game. I love the direction it's going. the things I'm hearing, it sounds like it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I can testify. Her and I talk about this game off camera all the time. We really are anticipating this game. Hell, we even look up gameplay of it sometimes when we're bored. We even are this nerdy, and someone else is going to think this is either funny or really cringy. But there's moments where we'll watch the gameplay, study it, and then try and recreate the movements on our fingers to be able to do it on a controller, because we want to be ready for this game. We're excited. We want to play. We want to be able to entertain you all as well. And it's like, Arxis, throw us a bone, please.
And like I said, there's so much I want to do, and there's so much Rune wants to do. We talk about this daily, literally daily.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, we genuinely even have literal points spaced out. We are dedicating so much to this game, and that's all we want. Again, just answers.
So we're gonna probably leave it on that because we don't want to, you know, push all of this on. But Rune, if there's anything last you want to say before I wrap this up?
I'll just close in as saying, again, Arxis, just to reiterate one last time, we know we've talked y'all's head off with it, Arxis and the viewer, I'm sure, that this is not hateful in any way, this is not spiteful. Even all the tweets that we do poking fun at you all, that's literally nothing personal, it's just memes, as you all like to use on Twitter.
Too much, by the way.
Agreed, but we won't get into that. But yeah, it's just us trying to get out a message, and I think this was our only clear way of thinking, hey, we can get out a message by talking about it. So I hope you guys take our word for it. I hope you guys listen, hear us out. If there's anything that you want to say, I mean, just respond to, well, you don't have to respond to us. You can just publicly tweet it out. We'll be watching. Everybody who watches this video that's invested in the game will probably watch. It's just, give us more information, please. That's all we ask.
And on that, make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to check out Rune, because Rune, like he said, he's been doing a lot of kill stuff. I'm looking forward to it, and there's going to be times I'm going to be collabing with him. We're going to really be doing a lot, and he's doing other gaming stuff too, like Spider-Man.
I've got Spider-Man, I've got Resident Evil, what else do I have? I've got some fighter videos, I've got some Xenoverse videos, and I'm also got some things planned in the background that I'm not too sure if I want to talk about just yet, but those will be released soon. And hey, I mean, again, just like Nikki, I post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can thank me for trying to get Nikki back in high gear.
So on that note, we love you guys. Arx, no hard feelings. Just take it into consideration next time. And until next time, see you all later.